Greetings, YouTube. You know, I had thought maybe I would do a on-camera thank you for this video, but then I thought, it's actually pretty important that I use visuals to talk about where I was when I started my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel, particularly in the game. See, if you go back over 2 years ago, but not so back that you would see my Oreo and pizza reviews, of which I'm sure people are still having nightmares to this day, you'll see that the face of my profile is not Venom. It's not Captain Marvel Movie Edition or Ghost Rider Blade or Stark Spidey. Oh, heavens no. If you go back to the beginning of my channel, you'll see that the face of my profile, which ended up being a pretty good prophecy for my 6-star luck with at least one specific champion, would be this guy, Hulkbuster. When I started my MCOC channel, I not only had a 6 to 7 year outdated, almost dead laptop with no external microphone, no real consistent knowledge of even how to upload MCOC videos, and also little to no skills. But my best champion was a rank 5 4-star Hulkbuster. Why did I take Hulkbuster up to rank 5? Because I just kept getting Hulkbuster, and he was my only duped 4-star. And I just thought, he must be pretty good if I keep getting him in a 4-star crystal. I mean, why else would Kabam give me this guy? He must be a big deal. Well, he is big, but in terms of damage, he could not deal. And now, of course, it's been so long that when I go to my 6 stars, we can see that Hulkbuster is now busting out a move with almost a 10,000 PI. And, it's pretty cool to see that we're in a part of the game that both the 4-star and the 6-star might actually become pretty valuable with the next rebalancing in a good way in terms of a balancing and a beta test of older champs, since we are finally getting Colossus and Old Balls Logan with a new prostate, hopefully in November. When I started my channel over 2 years ago, my mastery setup was trash. You see, when I first started doing masteries, I didn't know there were guides. I just knew I liked to attack. So I put everything into strength and greater strength. I maxed both of those out because, heck, why wouldn't I want to add attack to all my champions, or even a percentage of attack to all my champions? It just made perfect sense. And I didn't even really know what parry was, and I didn't know how to dex. I remember for the first time seeing a YouTube video, and it broke me. Like, it mentally, emotionally, and spiritually broke me to see someone perfectly time and evade of Iron Man's Special 1. I thought that was like some Matrix level voodoo, because I thought to myself, I've never done that. How do you do that? You have to basically time it? I'm never going to be able to do that. So I started my channel as a joke. It was kind of a joke, kind of an experiment. When I would upload pizza and Oreos, sometimes I would get 5 total views, and I swear at least 3 out of 5 of them were myself refreshing the page to see if anybody had seen it. And I would get more dislikes than likes. And I would think to myself, like, wow, there's somebody besides me out there that watched this video. They might have done it by accident. They might have done it because they hate me, but they watched it. That's pretty dang cool. But what I noticed when I started my MCOC channel, despite the fact that the audio wasn't great, my skills weren't great, the best champion, as I've said in my roster, certainly wasn't great, sometimes people would comment. And they wouldn't just be from Oklahoma. Sometimes they'd be from, like, Sweden. And I'm thinking, how the heck did you even find this video? Nevertheless, want to click on it. And I made a lot of mistakes, and certainly there are times where I continue to make mistakes. But I started to find a voice, gain some confidence, lean on the wisdom of others, and have several idols in the content creator YouTube sphere that inspired me to try things. And slowly but surely, I started to find some confidence and some voice in the community that I loved being a part of off of YouTube for almost 2 years. Now, couple years later, and 4 years total into this game, I find that I'm at 40,000 subscribers, which breaks me. It also breaks me that I've made over 2,000 videos and almost 20 million views total on those 2,000 plus videos. I would not exist without you, YouTube. You have stuck with me through horrible predictions like Ghost being a good defender. Oh, I'm such an idiot. And then you've also stuck with me through a lot of bad luck where I've just been 0 for so many for Stark Spidey or Omega Red or now Aegon, but also some amazing luck. When I look at the best champions on my channel, every one of these people now has a memory thanks to YouTube and thanks to the community. I'll never forget when Katie Candy helped me by having me do a very embarrassing Stark Spidey dance on camera that resulted in landing Stark Spidey. I'll never forget when I was opening up featured Cavalier Crystals and Omega Red just happened to pop up in a non-5-star crystal. Or, even though he's still not duped, I'll never forget that I thought I had everything set for Omega Red and it was a combination of Sir Nicholas Fury and, oh, if it wasn't bad enough or good enough that I had Nick Fury and Omega Red in the same opening, what do you know? I'd also just opened Captain Marvel. I didn't know what to do because I didn't even know how to use her. Heck, I probably still don't really know how to use her. At least not without Nick Fury. But in the meantime, it was just such a almost spiritual experience to find the champions I've been hunting for while doing them on YouTube. I just have so much to thank, so many people to thank, and so much to be thankful for, I should say. My first 4-star ever, back when you actually got like milestone notifications in the Game Center, was actually in the Cosmic class, and it was none other than the man Black Bolt. I used to think this guy was like the greatest champion ever, and a 4-star, when you're used to 1 and 2 stars, feels like a 10-star. It feels like you've broken the game. Like, all right, time to retire. I got myself a 4-star. I don't even know how to rank him up. I don't even know what ISO is, but he's hitting at like a couple hundred, and my other people are hitting at like 10. That was also before Black Bolt had been quote-unquote corrected, and you took some pretty bad recoil damage off that special too, but hey, it still looked really freaking cool. I could go on and talk about how much I've learned from the community or how thankful I am, but I just want to say a big thank you, YouTube. Because 40,000 subscribers, I really can't comprehend that. But what I promise you is that regardless of how much my channel has grown, I am not stopping to respond to every line message that comes my way. Which, by the way, if you've been trying to add me lately, it turns out that there's a limit on how many friends you can have online. It's like 4,500, and I just reached it. So if you try to check to see if you can talk to me and we're no longer friends, there's something personal, I'm just trying to clear out some space so that more people can contact me. My email is also on my channel, and so that is certainly a route that people have used as well. But it is easier for me to do everything through line than to try to do some line and some email because it just takes more time. But regardless, it also tells me like, wow, I've talked to 4,500 people in the community and answered a lot of questions. And that's what I take pride in most. There are going to be people out there who think, wow, this guy just makes a ton of videos because he wants a bunch of money. And that's not really how I see it at all. Most of the work that I spend on a daily basis comes off of YouTube, making no money whatsoever, just answering people's questions and giving encouragement to fellow people who also want to start their own YouTube channels, even if that has nothing to do with MCOC. I've helped people start their own music channels, their own cooking channels, their own movie review channels, and their own gaming channels for games that have nothing to do with Marvel, right? Like Minecraft channels or Fortnite channels, different mobile gaming channels or even like console channels. So with that being said, it's just, it's crazy to me that my channel is where it is, and it's all thanks to you, YouTube. When I started, I was depressed, I was lonely, I was lost. For those of you who don't know, I had just broken off an engagement, and I was just wandering through with a really, really terrible outlook in terms of my own mental health, and worried that I was going to keep going further and further into despair, which of course I didn't know at the time was a mastery name. And I tried this thanks to Prof Box, my identical twin and brother in Portland, Oregon, who encouraged me before I deleted the app to open some Stark Spidey featured crystals and record the video. The audio quality was terrible, although you can still find the video if you go way back. And spoiler alert, of course, I did not get Stark Spidey. The only good champion I got was Ultron, who at the time I felt like I had just opened Starky, given the other champions I could have opened and did open in that crystal. But at the same time, like, I never thought that I would keep doing this. I thought that I was done with the game. I had reached the point where I was probably spending too much time grinding in the arena. I probably still am spending too much time grinding in the arena, to be honest. And I just wanted to retire. And then because of YouTube, because of commenters like yourself and viewers like yourself watching this, you would reach out to me and say, hey, I kind of like that you're so honest and you're real, and you are maybe not the best player at the game, but I can relate to you because of that. You do make mistakes. You do screw up. You do sometimes sound dumb. And that kind of reminds me of myself if I had a YouTube channel. And it's kind of cool in a weird way to be told that my worst moments on YouTube and my biggest mistakes also humanize me in a way that makes me relatable, because Lord knows I'm going to continue to, at certain times, make mistakes. But I like to think as I've grown that I've also cut down on the amount of mistakes. I also love using my channel to feature your crystal openings and your videos, and it's really cool that so many people have trusted me when they hoard crystals to keep Kabam Mike open at night, and by open, of course, I mean awake at night, to commentate your crystal openings or showcase like some unique gameplay, whether it be in like Labyrinth of Legends, Realm of Legends, Act 5, Act 6, etc. It's just, it's an honor to feel like I'm a reflection of the community, everybody from beginners to the biggest of whales. So YouTube, thank you again. I know I've kind of ranted a little bit, but I wanted to just say from the bottom of my heart that regardless of where I am a month from now, a year from now, a week from now, the fact that I at one point had 40,000 subscribers on YouTube and was able to build a 2,000 plus video library through hard work, but also just the loyalty and kindness of so many countless strangers across the globe, as my channel is also reaching over 100 countries now of loyal viewers, which is also blows my mind. I couldn't name 100 countries because I am an ignorant American and as ignorant as they come. But yes, just thank you so much for everything, YouTube. You're the best. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I cannot say thank you enough. I know you probably have heard me say it about 5 or 6 times, but you can just never say thank you too much when the kindness of strangers has not only lifted me out of that depression and that bad mental health place, but it's given me a platform to really be, hopefully, a voice for the community and your voice when you want to say things but feel like there's nobody who will listen. I will listen, and I will hopefully get your message across to many more. Have a great day, YouTube. It is always such a pleasure to be a part of this amazing community.